unalterable conflict. U.S. Navy warship challenges Beijing in South China Sea amid Taiwan exercises. Tensions are skyrocketing in the South China Sea, with Joe Biden bolstering America's military presence close to Taiwan. The United States is ramping up its military presence in South Asia to push back against China's hostile posturing. Washington agreed to extend its defense arrangements with the Philippines to set up for new bases on the island. Manila is one of the many capitals at odds with Beijing over control of the South China Sea, and a Chinese invasion is widely expected this decade. One base will be set up on the main island of Luzon, the closest to Taiwan, while another will be built in the Palawan province of the waters. The U.S. has reiterated it is committed to supporting allies in the Indo-Pacific and has increased security options in the region as Beijing grows ever more hostile towards Taipei. Joseph Wu, Taiwan's foreign minister, believes Beijing will decide to make their move with military action in 2027. The 4 new bases will allow the U.S. Army to rotate troops across the whole of the Philippines, including on Balabac Island, a strategically pivotal spot due to its closeness to Chinese military bases in the South China Sea. Deputy Pentagon Press Secretary Sabrina Singh told the press on Monday, "These new locations will strengthen the interoperability of the United States and Philippine armed forces and allow us to respond more seamlessly together to address a range of shared challenges in the Indo-Pacific region, including natural and humanitarian disasters." The new bases are the latest step in Washington's efforts to build on high-profile military arrangements across the region. The U.S. has recently reached an agreement with India to share defense technologies and announced it would deploy new marine units to Japan. And earlier this year, the Army announced the opening of Camp Blaze on Guam. The new base is the first to open in 7 decades and could host as many as 5,000 Marines. The 4 sites for the military bases have been identified as Balabac Island, Naval Base Camilo Asislan Santa Ana, Laulo Airport in Cagayan, and Camp Melchor de la Cruz in Gamu. Palawan faces the South China Sea, a key passage for global trade that Beijing claims virtually in its entirety and has taken increasingly aggressive actions that have threatened smaller claimant states, including the Philippines. Beijing and Manila, along with Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei, and Taiwan, have been locked in increasingly tense territorial disputes over the busy and resource-rich South China Sea. The U.S. lays no claims to the strategic waters, but has deployed warships as well as fighter and surveillance aircraft for patrols it says promote freedom of navigation and the rule of law, angering Beijing. The Philippine Defense Department's Carlito Galvez said, "That's a trade route. That's where more or less $3 trillion, £2.7 trillion worth of trade passes. Our responsibility in collectively securing that is huge." President Ferdinand Marcos's office insisted that the 4 new military sites are suitable and mutually beneficial and will boost the disaster response of the country as a springboard for humanitarian and relief work during emergencies. Reports say nearly 20 naval vessels, about 10 Chinese and 10 Taiwanese, are involved in the confrontation. Naval ships from China and Taiwan are embroiled in a military standoff, as tensions between the 2 countries appear to have reached boiling point. Reports say nearly 20 naval vessels, about 10 Chinese and 10 Taiwanese, are involved in a confrontation near the Taiwan Strait's median line. Earlier this week, China began 3 days of military exercises around Taiwan. This comes amid mounting anger in Beijing over Taiwan President Tsai Ing-wen's meeting in California with the Speaker of the United States House of Representatives Kevin McCarthy. There has been mounting tension between China and Taiwan, with Beijing increasingly sends warplanes into Taiwan's air defense zone. The past year has seen a record number of incursions, with aircraft regularly crossing the median line, which for years acted as an unofficial barrier between the two sides. Taiwan, located less than 110 miles off the coast of China, considers itself a sovereign nation, but it has long been claimed by China. Chinese leader Xi Jinping has said that reunification between the two countries is inevitable, refusing to rule out the use of force.